So it's the buzzword safe sex that got me to create this video. Safe sex, at least here in Germany, we get to see it quite often on billboards, in magazines, wherever, with the message to have safe sex. And in that message, safe sex usually means to protect oneself from sexually transmittable diseases, use condoms, and this kind of stuff. But what I've come to experience and learn as safe sex goes so much further and deeper than just using a condom and being aware of sexually transmitted diseases or pregnancy prevention. So safe sex to me means, I'm just gonna try to put it into words. It means to me to feel so connected and so safe with the other person that I feel totally open and free to be myself in everything that I am. This includes my wildness, my outrageousness, my sadness, my pain, my shyness, my insecurities, my perfection, my beauty, my radiance, my horniness, my infinite turn on, my expansion into pleasure, and safety with another person in sex, for me at least, is crucial in order to show or to let everything of me unfold. So this safe sex can be achieved, I'd say, through personal development work first. So first, I need to learn, what does it mean for me, with myself, in this body, to feel safe? Now, obviously, we can probably not always feel safe. For example, when we walk down a certain alleyway at night as a woman, but I honestly avoid such things in my life. So what does safety mean? To me, to break it down in a more simple way, it also just means that I'm able to relax. And so safe sex begins with my personal ability to relax, with my personal ability to just sit here and do nothing. Safe sex begins with the ability to also be with myself in a way that feels nourishing and good and pleasurable. So that means, can I touch myself? Can I dance for myself in the mirror? Can I just dance with myself in general? Can I have this intimate connection with myself and my body where I really feel like I am my own lover? And can I feel that when I'm with myself, I'm perfect and whole? Now, you don't, from my experience at least, you don't need to be able to feel like this all the time by yourself. You don't need to feel super delicious and whole and perfect by yourself all the time. Actually, quite the thing that I discovered is, can I even allow myself or just still hold myself in love or in care and in compassion and in respect and in understanding is probably the most accessible for most of us. Can I hold myself in understanding even when I feel like shit today or in a certain moment? Can I still hold myself with acceptance or just with a sense of, I get it, I get you, I can see why you feel the way you feel? Can I do this to myself as well? And can I celebrate myself and my life just by being with myself? Can I come home from an amazing trip with friends and just dance through my living room because life is so fucking amazing and I'm happy just as it is right now? Can I do that? Can I be my own best lover in that case? Can I witness myself in absolute ecstasy as well as in absolute pain and struggle? And can I see myself there and meet myself there and understand myself there? This creates a certain degree of safety within our own bodies and system. Now, obviously, this also is a journey, and I am not here to say that I'm perfect in this. But what I've come to learn is that the more I learned to hold myself and to be with myself and to honor myself with everything that I am, to show understanding. If you cannot have love for yourself, see if you can find understanding. Don't stress yourself out with love so much. It's there anyway. So my experience is, the more I learned to be able to do this for myself, with myself, in myself, the more profound my sexual or physically intimate experiences with another person became. So I learned to communicate much more clearly what I feel, what I think when I'm with the other person. So that actually resulted in me not having sex with everybody right away as I used to, because in the past I would not feel safe enough to communicate that I don't actually feel like having sex. So I would rather have the sex than communicating because I felt so unsafe. So the more safe I felt, the more clearly I could communicate and the more nuanced the interaction with the other person became. The more detail there was to explore. And it still keeps on continuing. The more safety, and if safety sounds a bit mind-blowing, the more relaxation I can create within myself, the more relaxed I can be with another person. And if I then find another person that vibes on my level of relaxation or on a very close level, we can have really, really amazing experiences where we basically are just in our own bubble of exploring one another and therefore exploring oneself more deeply as well. So this for me is safe sex. To be who you are, to be who you feel like in every single moment. And this can change hugely, especially during sex. So sex brings out our most unconscious parts of ourselves often. It can bring out all the aspects of our psyche that we usually often suppress in our daily life, especially when we start having maybe a bit longer term sexual encounters with another person, but it can even happen in a first time encounter. It can bring up insecurities about the way we look, about the way we sound, about the way we just are. And this to me also means safe sex is the space safe enough for these aspects of myself to come up, because when they come up, it's actually a beautiful thing. It means that they feel safe enough to finally come up and to be integrated in a caring, safe container of two people being with each other in deep respect and common understanding. So safe sex can also be very healing for us. And healing is what leads to thriving, right? Healing is what makes life more whole. And this is why I find sex in a conscious way so important. Because if we don't do it in a conscious way, we can create more wounding, more insecurity, more pain, more confusion. If we learn to do it in a respectful manner towards ourselves and the other person, with the baseline of curiosity, of the desire to understand life and ourselves in a deeper way, and of course to have fun. If we can manage that, to have sex like that, it can be such a mind-altering, beautiful, healing, consecrative experience for us humans, and therefore for humanity as a whole, because we are all connected on some level. So the more people don't settle for less than a safe container, than a feeling of, it doesn't, when I mean safe, it also doesn't need to be micromanaged. Maybe there is a phase in our lives when we have more unhealed trauma, for example, that we need a bit more anchoring of safety. But the kind of safety I speak about is also, it's there naturally when two people have done a certain amount, not really measurable, of inner transformation to find this deeper sense of relaxation within themselves and the ability to speak up when something wants to be said. This in itself creates this safe space. So you don't have to be like, oh my God, the doors have to be closed and the person has to be exactly like this and I need to micromanage everything. It can be much more simple. The safe sex space, from my experience, it just evolves out of my own personal evolution. So I hope this was useful. I hope this expanded your view on safe sex a little. And if you have any comments to this, I'll be grateful to read them in the comments below, because I would like to connect a bit more. I'm still a bit shy in this online space and always finding my own voice here. But I'm curious who watches this, who listens to this. And I am offering coaching for women who are looking to dive deeper within themselves, to find more of, or to just uncover more of the love that they are, and to open themselves up more to the love that's already there around us too. And simply by doing this work of uncovering, it's so fascinating to me how in my current and previous clients already there has been women whom we did more of internal healing and self-love work, and it still had an impact on their sex life. So we can work more specifically on sexuality, but usually we do work on just the inner world in general, because it's all connected, right? Yeah. So if you feel the call, I'm very honored. I would be very honored to work with you, because it gives me actually great pleasure and joy to work with people in this one-on-one container and to be able to facilitate transformations that deeply, because I've seen it in some of my previous women that I worked with. It's really, really fascinating and amazing, So I coach in English or German. You can choose your preferred language and just send me a message. If you're watching this at the moment and you want to hop over to my website, it's today the 17th of July 2021. My website is down at the moment, so you can hop over to my Instagram. It's katja.means.purity. And otherwise my website will hopefully be back up and latest after the weekend. So wishing you a beautiful day. Mwah. And thank you for your time here.